one question that is capable of sending your mind on a roller coaster of thoughts intertwined between what you have done, what you're doing, and what you intend to do. A question rarely asked but barely understood because we are comfortable in a compressed 6x3-inch size of knowledge of it that we fail to see, let alone move to the king size of knowledge of it. A question which answer is found not in the biggest books of all time but in the greatest book of all times. A question which this preamble seems to be getting kind of long, so let's jump to the point. Are you righteous? Okay, don't answer now. For now, just hear me out. Yes, righteousness, the result of God's mysterious grace agenda. You know, just like Liz Yaradua's 7-point agenda, God had only 1-point agenda. Man to God, reconciliation. See, creation was done for fellowship with God, but one man distorted the plan when he decided to behold sin. And since God cannot behold sin, you see, two people with different agendas just cannot fellowship together. And so a spiritual electrical cord which separated man from God, I can imagine tears streaming down from the eyes of God because he has lost his one and only love. Man never even cared about how God felt, but God all along was anxiously waiting for the right time to say, it is time, and so it was time, and so God birthed himself through a woman to become man. Man purposely birthed to woman. Yo guys, sure you know that process you go through to win that girl's affection. But that's exactly what God did. He became man, purposely birthed to woo man, the misery one might never understand. But you see, this one man, different from the first man, carried that one agenda, and for the joy set before him endured the cross, but in the process was tortured, his back and face ruptured, his hands and feet punctured. In short, he should have let go of that agenda, but no, it was still there, clenching his fist for the sake of his love for me and for you. And on that cross he finished it when he said, it is finished. An earthquake tore into the veil of the temple. That earthquake that separated God from man happened again to separate sin from man, making a bridge of the Son of Man and of God. Now all I have to do is walk on him, in him, and through him to behold him who now beholds me, blameless and sinless. See, this is why I call it the grace agenda, because I know I don't deserve it. And this agenda, it has made me righteous. Although some people think I still need to work for it, and I kind of wonder. But hey, God was born into the image of man so that man can be reborn into the image of God. So what more can you do that is greater than what Christ has already done for you? You see, one similarity between us and the Muslims is the fact that we both get our righteousness through works. Yeah, you heard me, works. But the difference is that their righteousness is through their works in this world, but our righteousness is through Christ's work on the cross. So the next person you see soaked in works to earn righteousness, just tell that person, if he doesn't have Christ on his inside, he should forget the sight of his outside. With Christ he isn't right. In fact, he never left. He just was never right from the start. See, righteousness is not in works, this world, or self-worth. It is in his death on the cross, alive to us and in us. It involves two people, me and him together, us. Maybe that's why it's called righteousness if you remove the ego. So let's put it back. So you see, I became righteous the moment I got married to Jesus. Ain't that interesting? Well, here's another interesting part. You see all the torture and the suffering? He didn't just do it for me. He did it for you too, so you were also included in that grace agenda. Now all you have to do is walk through that bridge to behold him who now beholds you, blameless and sinless. Hence I ask you, have you walked through that bridge? You see, this agenda is only one yet inexhaustible, sufficient for all and last for eternity, because once and for all was his death on the cross. So we end where we began. Are you righteous? So this time around, I need you to answer. Not to your neighbor, not to me, but to yourself.